This time in the garage, we're doing Bring a Trailer picks from the most recent week.
Pick number 1, 2018 BMW M4 GT4. Sold for $123,000.
Fancy smancy.
What does the GT4 mean?
GT4 is a factory-built race car
Is that why it has black doors?
to run in the GT4 class.
No, they're just exposed carbon doors. I don't know why.
Looks like it had the Evo kit done in 23.
Ooh.
Makes it look like a decommissioned police car.
I think normally you wrap the whole car.
Yeah.
So it's minus wrap.
Just saying.
Bear says these aren't as good as the new ones.
How
I
can that
concur.
be?
Well, the new ones are new.
You can't concur, Bear. You are Bear.
I know. Look at that center stack. I love that. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they're slower than the new ones.
Huh.
But are they less annoying?
What's annoying about them?
It's new, so it's got to be annoying.
Well, they're race cars.
Yeah, it's still going to have some annoyance, I would think.
Every car has annoyance.
Yeah, but it used to be you could fix the annoyance with an angle grinder or
Well, you can't do that to
pliers
this
or
either.
Maybe, a little bit of wiring.
Yeah, this one's past angle grinder fixing.
These are GT4 cars, so they have to be run as a GT4 spec specific.
I love it.
It looks like it has a really long steering column.
Yeah, it's because you're sitting way far back.
But why?
Center of mass.
Here's the key.
Yeah, I like that. It's got a little holster. I like it.
It's got the
I think a new
cooled
one's...
seat.
Yeah, new one's what? Double this price?
I think you had to buy a new one.
220 or
I think they're more than that.
2 something.
Well, if you're buying a new one, you're buying a factory race car.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but it wouldn't come... I don't think they come with, like, some stuff.
Such as?
Some of the driver comfort stuff.
Does it come with a roll cage?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they come with any spares.
Right.
But you're not buying a car and making it into a race car. It was never going to be a sprint
Correct.
car.
Yeah.
It was always a race car.
Yep. Not sure if these have VINs or not. Maybe they do.
Don't think so.
It's got to have some identification so that you can,
It's probably got a chassis
There's
number.
a chassis number.
identify it.
It's got windshield squirters. Wow.
So you're just going to get an MCO if you buy this.
Yes.
Yep. Whatever that means. It's going to get it.
Manufacturer certificate of origin.
Mm-hmm.
It's what the state takes when you get a title with a street car so that you can then pay them every year to drive it.
Mm-hmm. 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 Ooh. Huh. There's lots of cool stuff on this.
Uh-huh.
Lots of really cool stuff. I like the little air duct diffuser thing for the diff cooler or whatever that is right there.
Yeah.
And some that's a factory control arm. Probably.
Well,
With some hind joints in it.
it comes from the factory. Or it did.
Yeah.
I think he means a stock M4 controller.
Yeah.
I don't know what the requirements for the GT4 class are, but maybe that's one of them.
They are homologated as this is our car, and they homologate it, and then they do a balance of performance from your homologation.
Well, it's neat, but I have zero interest in owning it.
Because it's a race car.
What am I going to do with it?
Race it.
WRL.
I don't do that.
You could WRL it.
You could be a team owner.
You could do all sorts of stuff.
If I had enough money to be a team owner, then I would just be throwing my money away.
Did that come with floor mats? I think I saw floor mats.
I think he did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because, it comes with them.
I mean, the spares package is kind of minuscule. It's brake pads, rotors.
Yeah.
couple boxes of stuff here and there.
And a set of wheels.
Yeah. I mean, the wheels are
That's
cool.
not nothing.
Okay.
I think it's great.
Next.
I would, if I had the money, and that is bitching.
What is that?
Battery charger.
What?
That's how you charge the battery
That's how you charge your battery.
or jump it.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it like an Anderson connector?
Yeah.
Is that in like a fuel door hatch thing?
That's where the
Fuel hatch door?
stock fuel door is.
And
Pretty cool.
You don't put fuel in where the stock fuel door is?
No.
No.
It goes in the window.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Got window things. Just hook it in.
I mean, I like having an Anderson connector on a car, but I would be willing to have an Anderson connector on a street car. So that's because then you don't have to fuck around with jumper cables.
Fuel goes there.
Yeah.
It's great.
I like it.
I like it. Pretty good deal.
Next. 59-mile 1989 Pontiac Firebird 20th anniversary turbo Trans Am pace car.
And you're going to stick me with picking between two things I don't want.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean?
Sold for $96,500.
This has got a turbo.
Almost as expensive. So does the BMW.
Well, you can drive this to a McDonald's and get a cheeseburger
Sure.
Whoever bought this.
if you do that sort of thing.
Boy.
I just don't.
They are rare.
I don't feel like that's peak Firebird.
They're fast.
They're hideous.
They're not. They got steering wheel buttons.
Lots of buttons.
Bunch of shit to break that you can't get parts for, probably.
And that was 305. Oh,
No.
V6.
Yeah, it's the Grand National
Yeah.
V6.
So 89 miles in 36 years.
59.
Sorry, 59 miles in 36 years. Doesn't really seem like enough that anything has been properly lubricated.
Probably not.
Like wheel bearings and any kind of drive shaft bearings, the gearbox. I'd be worried about all of that stuff.
Well, if you paid $96,500 for it, you could probably afford to have some seals replaced.
It's got the original sticker on the original window.
Yep.
Idiots.
And the original Goodyear tires.
Those the original tires?
Yep.
The actual originals?
Yep.
Not just the same thing?
Nope.
Well, they store it in like a nitrogen purged box or something like that?
They don't make those tires anymore.
How do you keep that tire from just turning into dust?
Like and subscribe if you want to see Soren melt down.
Tires have a fixed...
I don't think you have to like and subscribe for that.
You have to do either one of those things.
It helps.
Tires
it
have a
melt
finite life to
look-
hold air.
They look pretty good.
They do look pretty good, but that's so scary.
Goodyear makes a good product.
They have 59 miles on them.
Man, I'm not inclined to agree with you, Bear.
Well,
I've
they're still holding air.
been dissatisfied with most of the Goodyear tires that I've owned.
Well, you haven't owned any of these.
Nor would I. I will say that those seats are pretty nice for 80s
Those seats are really comfy.
and American.
Because they look like 90s seats.
They just don't look like crappy 80s seats. That must have been just stored in a nitrogen purged
Buttons.
intermodal container or something.
Or
Just being
garage.
exposed to oxygen is going to ruin those tires. It's going to ruin a lot of that plastic.
Huh.
Sunlight.
They seem to have done all right.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
That's GM's finest.
Argon. It was in an argon bag.
All right. Soren, pick.
No.
Yes.
No, I don't want to pick either one of these.
You got to pick one of them. $123,000 BMW race car you can't drive, or $96,000 Trans Am that you could drive.
No, he can't drive it because
All
it's
right.
got original tires.
That's true.
Before
you can
I
put different tires.
Before
on
I
it, though.
pick, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen when I buy one of these.
Sure.
I'm going to drive the shit out of it until the tires explode. Then I'm going to pull it over to the side of the road and light it on fire.
Okay.
Pontiac.
So Pontiac Bear.
Oh, definitely the BMW.
Yep. I got to go BMW.
What is this?
Doing that one.
We're not doing that one? All right.
327 powered Bill Thomas Cheetah Coupe replica. Sold for $85,000.
Picture?
Side pipes.
Side pipes.
What's a Cheetah Coupe?
That right there.
That.
See
Is
it?
Cheetah the manufacturer?
Yes.
Because I've never heard of Cheetah.
Now you have.
Or like
You know,
Cheetos.
actually, I take that back. I think we talked about these once years ago, and I didn't care then and didn't pay any attention.
No, we've talked about them before.
I think we have.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Don't say no. The thing you just said, that makes no goddamn sense.
I said, yeah.
But he didn't.
Who didn't?
Whatever. What was this used for?
Driving.
It's not a race car? Looks like a race car.
Well,
I mean,
the original
they-
ones, you could race them.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, back in those days, there was a
Ooh.
more grayish line between race car and street car.
If I buy this, can I slap license plates on it?
Yeah.
What's it powered by?
327.
Looks like a Corvette badge. So it's like somebody built a different kind of Corvette, essentially?
These are smaller than a Corvette, significantly lighter,
Yeah.
Shorter, at least.
a lot shorter.
Tube frames.
Yep. A little bit scarier.
What kind of... Oh, they don't use that weird single leaf spring thing,
No.
No.
which is an improvement.
You don't like mono leaves?
No, I don't like leaf springs at the end. Is it fiberglass or aluminum or...
Fiberglass, probably in aluminum.
Interesting. So it's like a custom-ish built better Corvette.
There's no picture of the 4-inch long drive shaft
Why would you have a 4-inch long drive shaft?
Well,
because the engine is set so far back.
yeah.
Oh, the gearbox is long and then it just goes, oh, diff.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but you're sitting inside the rear wheels.
I like it. I'm not sure I like the color.
See where the seat is?
Yeah.
And then this is the engine.
So if the diff blows up, it's going right in your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Not that that's a common problem, I guess, but
Luckily.
They look cool.
I wonder how much heat and vibration you get off of that.
I think you get all the heat
Most
and
of it.
most of the vibration.
Off of the diff, just right into the seat.
Yeah.
And the
I mean, you're
exhaust and the
surrounded
engine.
by the headers and the engines inches away.
I think that'll do a pretty good job of cooking you and rattling your teeth loose.
Perfect. I like it.
So, do you like that more than the M4?
Yes.
Fair.
I do not.
No?
No. It's cool. I'm happy when I see them.
I bet you there's nothing in this car other than, there's probably just nothing in this car that if it needs work, you can't do it in your garage.
Probably with a hammer, a
Right.
jigsaw, and a screwdriver.
Well, and,
Yeah.
and I mean, even like engine stuff. There's just
Yep.
not that much complicated engine stuff.
No.
Right.
There's nothing complicated about this car at all.
You're not going to need to like buy copied pirated Chinese software to make changes to anything.
Was that a bungee cord that keeps the door closed?
Keeps the door closed.
Yeah. See, is that
What? No.
like a Jeep hood latch thing over there?
Yeah, no, it's got a little, it's got a lever.
I don't love those wheels.
Oh.
I mean,
The wheels are
that's
good.
not certainly fatal because, they come off.
The drive shaft goes from here to here.
Well, at least it's not single seat, so you're not actually sitting on the diff.
No.
No, you're closer. Ooh, it comes with poles.
Do you need a stick to keep the door open?
Yes.
Awesome. How hard would it be to just put like a little gas shock thing on there?
What's that way?
They didn't have
like 4 ounces.
They didn't have gas shocks in the
Right.
40s.
I would totally make that mod.
Or the 60s when they built this.
I think they actually did have them in both cases.
Probably not little ones that you would use for that.
Ooh, ashtray.
Yeah.
How convenient.
Is that ashtray just covered by a flap of carpet?
I think it was a flap of aluminum.
So Soren loves the cheetah.
I don't love it, but I like it.
Bear doesn't.
No.
You don't like it, or you don't like it as much as the M4?
No, I don't like it as much as the M4. I like it. I really don't see myself using it.
You could come here and do this in that.
But I wouldn't.
No, I would.
So M4. Damn it.
You're wrong.
It's a replica.
So it's even better.
I think the idea of that car is
But it's still
better
85.
Is
What's a
better
real
than
one
the
go
actual
for?
car. Probably a lot.
Well, I
It's
mean,
like there
that's
was
got
only a couple.
a really good pedal box in it.
I like that
Yeah.
it's a replica even more than if it were original.
I know, but I think the idea of that car is more fun than probably living with it.
That's probably true of every race car ever.
Because it
built,
doesn't even, like the doors, windows don't even seal.
right?
I think I'd rather, it pains me to say this, but I'd rather have a Cobra
Ooh.
over this.
Ooh,
Just for the fact of the matter that I can
That
get in
is
it.
what it was built to compete with.
Right.
you mean replica Cobra?
Yeah. I can get in and out with it, without a broomstick.
And you do have lots of options. In
It's
how
the
you do your
same
Cobra.
seating position, basically.
Right.
I like most of the replica Cobras, at least visually.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily like them in mechanically or design feature wise.
Yeah.
And I bet you could get a decent one for under 85.
I think I agree with you, Bear.
Next,
All right. 3.4 liter powered 1970 Porsche 914-6 sold for $41,000.
Is this a hot rod?
that has to be a hot rod because so the original 914 was a 4-cylinder, right? The 914-6 was a 6-cylinder,
Unless it was a 914-6.
which was a 6-cylinder.
Yeah.
But even then, it wasn't a 3.4.
Correct.
Would have been what, a 2.8, something like that?
7 or 2.
2 liter.
In 6-cylinder?
Yeah.
So that has to count as a hot rod.
Good. Got that math out of the way.
I'm not sure what they were trying to accomplish with the bumper.
It was a thing.
Half yellow and half black.
Yeah.
That's
And an arrow.
It's a dumb thing.
Yeah. I like these. I think the rear flares come down oddly. I like these with flares. Big engine's cool.
I like the big engine. I like the seats. Although I think one of those seats is just firewall, right?
Yep.
With
Padded.
padded firewall.
That's the passenger.
Fuck them. I like the wheels, but I don't actually like the car.
Really?
No, they're ugly.
I like the way they look. They're goofy to sit in.
Especially if you're the passenger.
Yeah. That thing
I wonder if you
would
get engine heat that way.
probably be a hoot.
You think your passenger, as you're driving along, it's like, man, it's getting warm in here.
It's air cooled, man.
It doesn't mean that it gets
Take the
cooler.
top off if you're getting hot.
Also, it's a poorly executed red.
Called orange.
Well, then it's a poorly executed orange. There's a space between orange and red that I don't like. And then and then pretty much all of orange.
I mean, that's an original 914-6.
Oh, wow.
But the engine is not.
It's not original to this 914-6, no. But the car is originally a 914-6.
I like it.
Was the 914-6 different from the 914
Yes.
other than the engine?
Yes.
They didn't all have the flares.
None of the regular 914-6s had the flares. Those are the GT flares.
Yeah.
So how original is this?
Not very.
Gotcha.
It didn't have the flared fenders originally. The interior looked pretty original, but wow, it's got a
Yeah, they
force
probably
spoke.
did the houndstooth stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a fun little driver.
41 grand.
Yeah.
Boy, 41 grand.
Because that's what it sold for.
Really?
That was a question. Did it sell for 41 grand? But
Yeah. No, it sold for 41,000.
No way.
Yep.
It's a little hole next to the Porsche logo badge thing.
Maybe where the logo used to be. 1 inch to the left.
It looks like it's,
That's a driver.
yeah.
Ooh, could add some rust.
Was there rust?
Yeah, the bottom of the windshield. One more. Yep.
Bubbles.
Or at least paint delamination.
I think that's okay. I think for 41 grand,
It's cheaper than a 911.
I think I'd be doing bodywork and paint, and that's it.
Really? I'd be hard pressed to do any of that.
I mean, if I did any, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If I do anything, I'm
the
just,
hell out of it.
I'd probably fix the rust.
That's a lot of motor for that car, isn't it? It's not a very heavy car.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think I'd be fixing that.
Yeah. Eventually, yeah.
It should be somewhat easy to fix.
Well, it looks
Maybe.
like even if that isn't a separate panel,
I mean, it looks
you
like
could
it's
cut it
been
off at the corner and
at least repaired a couple times.
Well, I'm thinking you can buy that panel
right, weld it in and
and then you just weld it in and paint it.
yeah.
Sure. All you got to do is buy it, weld it, and paint it.
Because well, I mean that's going to be better than trying to like scrape it down and putty it, and
Well,
because there's a real thin spot there where if it
it's
looks
only
like-
the firewall. The flares are weird. They must be fiberglass.
There. It says they're fiberglass.
The rears just look odd.
I mean it's a little rough.
Wow. What do you think, Bear? This or the M4?
Boy. That's a good question. I don't know.
Bosch Motronic, right?
Uh-huh.
I think that looks exactly the same as the one that's in my motorcycle.
I think if you want to fix all this stuff, you're at least another 40 in it.
Sure.
That brings you to 80.
But what if you just drive it?
Eventually, I'd get sad. It's rusty. Man,
And then you
I don't
could
know.
sell it.
It's still a lot for. Yeah, but then you got to find another sucker.
Or another person who is smart.
Sure. I don't know. I think unfortunately I'm going to stick with the M.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I'm going Porsche. I think
Well-
for 41,000 you could drive.
Whoa,
Jesus.
we killed him.
Man, my shin hurts.
My God.
What are you karate chopping the table for?
Because I sneezed and my leg just smacked into the fucking pipe.
It's having convulsions. I think this car you could drive and fix. It's like the body's ratty enough.
Oh, yeah.
You could fix the windshield and just primer that. And then do the fenders or buy new fenders. Because I think you can buy GT front fenders that don't that are fiberglass.
Yeah. That's
And
a
I think the
slippery slope
rears-
for me.
Why?
So you're saying you wouldn't have to take it out of commission to drive to fix it until the point where you do. But
I think also being a real 914.6.
Yeah, I think that's where they came up with the 40 grand or whatever it sold for. But
And that's going to be a fast, fun little car.
a steeper.
It's got a lot of engine stuff done to it, too. I don't know if you saw that.
no, I can't read. I like pictures. Sway bars.
So it's originally a 3.2 or a 3-liter out of a Carrera
Okay.
that's got bigger cylinders.
Chugs.
Yep. I think they were Molly ones. GT3 main bearings. Twin plug heads. Oh, sorry. Coated CP pistons, Nikasil plated Molly cylinders. Center lube oiling, RSR cams. Yeah. It's got a lot of.
Yeah.
I don't think any of those things are cheap.
No. I think if I bought it, I wouldn't put any money into it.
I think I would.
Other than just to keep it driving.
I think you could buy that.
The body, because that's a slippery slope.
Yeah, but you could buy that, drive it, and as time and money allow, make little improvements, and later on it'll be worth more than it is now.
Sure.
There's never going to be more 914.6s
Nope.
than there are right now.
Yep.
And obviously insure it for significantly more than you paid for it. So if somebody makes it be that's the one that's less, so be it.
All right, Soren.
Well, as long as that M4 is there, I'm going to vote for whatever isn't it.
That's not a good way of doing that.
It's a race car. It's useless to me.
It's rude.
914.6.
All right.
Excuse you.
Next, ROW 92 Porsche 911 Turbo. Sold for $235,000.
Ooh, what a color.
Ooh.
You know what? I really like that color.
This is
And
tremendous.
it's artfully done with the flowers.
Uh-huh.
And the wheels.
Wheels are good.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, I
I don't know what those are.
I like Fuchs wheels, but
BBSs, huh?
Amethyst pearl. Huh. Could be my new favorite color for cars.
That is a lot of money.
Yeah, but these are all a lot of money.
And it's got 212,000 kilometers. 132,000 miles.
I don't think I care. Yep.
What's it got motor wise?
Turbo.
What do you mean? What's the stock engine?
Yeah, I mean, have they done anything to the engine?
We're getting there. Hold your horses. Just look at it. Look at that.
I was just going
picture.
with the next logical step, which is the outside looks nice, the inside looks nice. What's it got for an engine?
I don't even care. Could have horses. Sweet dash.
Yeah.
Amethyst pearl.
So it's a stock 3.3 turbo. With an aftermarket exhaust. Wow. It's got some stuff going on there.
Tubes.
Lots of tubes.
Tubes.
Case. Dry ice blasted. It looks similar to the McLaren color that I like.
That's a really good color.
Mm-hmm. It's a great color on that car.
Uh-huh.
All right. Winner.
Soren?
Well, it is a lot of money, but it is
here we go again.
but it is a very good looking car. And
That's not going to be worth any less
can I finish? That was a fucking prepositional phrase.
ever.
It's a very expensive car, but it's very good looking. It's been well cared for. It has a nice interior. It's got enough go-y bits. And I think I wouldn't pay that much for it, but I would definitely, I like it way better than I like that 914, which I also wouldn't pay that much for. So there you go. And it's pretty hard to beat Houndstooth.
And you can tell they've done a bunch of stuff to the interior without doing a whole bunch of stuff.
I think the 914 is easily worth what it sold for and is attainable by average humans.
I don't care about
by
average humans.
Average humans, but sure.
This, you definitely have to have a bigger checking account.
This is far superior.
It is very nice. Yeah, I think the only thing I don't particularly care for is the steering wheel.
Which is, it's a factory airbag wheel.
Yeah.
Right.
You just put another one on it.
Huh. Yeah.
So I'm this one.
Yep.
Yep. I think that's unanimous.
Ooh, it's got the thing.
Uh-huh.
Carbon trim. Yeah, I mean, someone spent a bunch of money on this thing.
It's not all about money. It's about care, I think.
Right.
You can spend a bunch of money on something and have it done with poor attention to detail.
Yep.
And
I like it a lot.
It's still junk.
I'd love to own that, though. I bet you that's a riot to drive, especially on the whatever these tires are.
And that has the advantage, I think, that it's probably a lot faster than it looks.
Yeah.
And I always like that in a car. I always like something that is faster than it looks like it should be.
That's just going to be...
Yeah. That is pretty gorgeous.
That looks amazing. Okay, next.
1987 Alfa Romeo Spyder Graduate. Black. What?
I'm sorry, you have to follow up that 64 with this.
Well, I like these.
I know.
I mean, it's not
funny because I'm just looking at
the
building back there.
It's not my favorite color. They did a pretty good
It's cheap.
hunter green, racing green thing.
It is cheap.
And yeah, I would absolutely though pay $5,500 for that. If I saw, if it was a thing I saw in person, I'd be like, yep, I'll have it. Because why wouldn't I? It's a cool thing.
Where are the door panels tan?
I don't know.
I have a sneaking suspicion that this looks like a $5,500 car.
What does a $5,500 car look like? If you say this, I'm going to get up, walk over there, even though I don't want to get up, and become probably mildly violent.
I think this.
What? Well,
I don't have to get up and walk over there for you.
Nah. Doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, I don't. I think that's a very reasonable price for that. I don't like that the door cards are a different color, but whatever.
it's Italian. I think this has got some. Once you if you bought this for $5,500 and then it showed up to your house on a delivery truck, you'd be like, "Oh God, damn it!"
Well, that's why I would want to look at a car in person before purchasing it.
I mean,
as I've always done with all of the things that I bought that have wheels.
I'll say I don't see anything backing my argument up, but
No, I was waiting to see big rust hole.
yeah.
It's in Houston. You'd have to go to Houston to look at it.
Well, and it's sold, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, I think that's...
Maybe it got sold to a flipper.
Could be. I think that's pretty reasonable for $55,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Fair. This or the Porsche?
Oh, you mean my favorite car and the favorite color and favorite wheels?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that one.
Soren?
No, Mason. You go first.
Why would I go first? You know my answer is.
Well, then give it.
All right, Porsche.
There you go. Just so you're aware, I also would do the Porsche in this case.
Okay.
2006 BMW Z4 Roadster 3.0 SI for $16,250.
Ooh.
It's blacky black,
Black on
and
black.
I like the wheels. They're
It's
not my
an
favorite
SI.
wheels ever, but I like them.
55,000 miles.
Yeah.
It's an automatic.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, you can't win them all.
Oof.
But then Tanya could drive it.
Is that what you're doing now?
Well, I'm just saying that's an option in that case.
It
Which
has
means-
Outlander X Sport 86 tires on
Who
it.
gives a shit?
I do.
I'm just going to change them.
Yeah, but
I know you're saying it speaks to the owner,
correct.
the shite tires that they put on.
Yeah.
$16,000.
I would be willing to say that putting shite tires on a car, mismatched tires being different from matching bad tires. Because I think mismatch indicates a different bad thing about the owner.
I would rather sell a car with a set of worn out Michelins than go and spend money on Outlander X Sport 86 tires.
I completely concur.
Which makes me think they probably just
Put some new tires on it.
or that's the tires that are on it.
Or whatever.
But automatic?
Not ideal, but I would accept it, I think.
For 17,000?
Almost everything in the world is not the way I would like it, Bear. Sometimes you just got to go, I'm not willing to fight over this.
But they have ones you do like
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't
I think
in that price range.
this week.
I think you'd hold out for one better.
Whatever.
No?
Porsche, close it.
Bear.
Yeah, I mean, Porsche.
I gotta ask you. Get mad.
1936 Cadillac Fleetwood 70, or Cadillac Series 70 Fleetwood touring sedan in what I think is a pretty badass blue. I like.
Is that Periwinkle?
No, Periwinkle's lighter. I like old cars sometimes, and this is one of the ones that I like. I think it's got some style to it. I like the beige interior. I just really like the paint color, though.
It's got a monoblock V8.
Yep. Which is an interesting, if not good thing.
Huh?
I think it's definitely not a good thing, but it's definitely interesting. Huh, what?
Well, he said two things that didn't, sound like the same thing.
The interesting, if not good.
Uh-huh.
It's
Okay.
interesting. It might not be a good
Yeah.
thing, but it's interesting.
But it is an interesting thing.
See, they had the Hot V way before the Germans.
Right.
Unfortunately, there's also a carburetor. and
warms
an
up the
intake in there.
carburetor.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
why not?
I mean, the monoblock thing is kind of wacky.
That doesn't have separate heads, right?
Uh-uh.
This is all
It's all one thing.
thing. Casting. Just cast it.
Yep.
And presumably you install everything from the bottom and then built an oil pan on. Yeehaw.
Well,
I also like that that's, etched primer green. Although that's probably not why it's that color, but it's pretty close to etched primer green. What is that? Weirdly open pulley shaft thing.
Really weird leaf spring cover things, too.
I think those are leather.
I don't think they're leather.
No, I think it's just like a stamping that goes over the leaf spring because
Interesting.
it's a Cadillac and you shouldn't see the spring.
It's not a Rolls.
Coils in the front, 1936.
Yeah.
Oh,
You get a driver hat.
Nice.
Rebuild kits.
Ancient light bulbs.
Okay. This or the Porsche? Soren?
Obviously, it's the Porsche.
Bear?
could it be a Cadillac?
It could be.
It is a Cadillac.
But it's not.
That is a Cadillac.
Next.
20 years owned, 2001 Audi TT Roadster 225 Quattro 6-speed. Which that's
sold for $15,500.
That's the Audi I would own if I was going to own an Audi.
Quintessential.
This spec color interior.
Nardo gray baseball glove, fat fives. Yes, please.
It's pretty much the only, like that, when I think, ooh, I might want an Audi someday, that's the one I want.
Like everything, the colors and everything.
That's pretty much it.
Can't argue with that.
I pretty much wanted those when those were new. like exactly that. And
How many miles are on this?
15 grand isn't bad.
118. Seats look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a good interior.
Yeah, they knocked it out of the park with that interior.
Ba-da-bop. And it's 6-speed. It's the 225. I don't think at least vintage Audis get better than that.
Vintage?
Wow.
Well, non-recent.
I mean, like an S4 270 would be better.
I have only ever had an interest in the TT.
I mean,
No other Audi
that
appeals to me.
car in a coupe would be better.
It wouldn't, because I don't want a coupe.
Maybe not for you.
I'll bet you can get a hardtop.
That's definitely top spec for a TT.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like that's crazy money for that, because it seems to be in pretty good condition.
I think it's kind of up there,
It is up there,
but
but it does look really nice.
it's really nice.
And the spec is
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah. Because you could get that just a little more shabby, probably for $8,000.
Uh-huh. Or potentially a lot more shabby.
But I don't
Right.
want more shabby.
I know.
I want not shabby.
You find out when you take it to get the oil change done.
Uh-huh.
That looks pretty good.
When was the last time either one of you took something that you owned to get an oil change done?
Well, that was hypothetically.
That wheel probably needs replaced.
Why?
Why?
It's like it's got a little bit of a dent on the top.
Uh-uh.
Or is it just schmutz?
Schmutz.
It does, however, have Bravurus 3HM tires on it.
Don't know what that means. A lot of road rash, or a lot of curb rash.
Fix it.
That means it's got shitty cheap tires on it.
Anywho,
It's all-wheel drive. Drive past the tires.
Nimbus, was that Nimbus Pearl Gray? Nimbus Gray Pearl?
Nimbus.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep. It's a good color.
So for me, this beats the Porsche.
Really?
Yeah, because it's less than a
No.
tenth of the price, and I would get more than a tenth of the fun out of it.
I would spend the money and clear brawl that whole car and then drive the piss out of it.
I don't expect either one of you to agree with me.
Bear.
I mean, as far as TTs goes, that's pretty close to being it, but no, Porsche.
All right. Next.
All right, 1934 Packard Super 8 boat tail speedster conversion. And I picked this car because it is so awesome looking. Scroll down.
Sold for $222,500.
Yeah, yeah. Look at that green. Look at those fenders. It's
You
crazy.
said something about awesome.
It's awesome looking.
Boy, I don't like that at all.
I love it. I love everything about the ridiculousness of that car.
I like a boat tail.
Yeah, so do I, but not that one.
It looks like an unhappy alien from the back. I love it.
It's like the rock lobster is coming to get you.
And it looks like the top doesn't really go with it, which is perfect.
Is it?
No.
Yeah, I love it.
I like the color combo.
I like the wheels or hubcaps or whatever they are. I love the interior.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah. Little color matching in the engine compartment. It's
Well-
385cc L-head straight 8.
145 horsepower.
Yes.
At
Move
3,200
all of that
RPM.
millions of pounds.
Look, it's got a bridge underneath it.
It does. Oh, that's very clean as well.
Oh, it's a really nicely done car. It's just
wow.
It's just ugly.
I like it. And it's about the same price as that Porsche, but you get so much more green.
Is there like a pure shot from the side? Because for some reason the rear fenders look like they are extending way out beyond the body.
They are.
Yeah.
Maybe not too much.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Huh.
So anyway, out of those two, I'm picking that one because, well, I like it better.
That's
I don't expect you to agree, Bear. You don't have to agree. And I love that it's made out of wood.
Well, so it was a pickup truck?
I'm just saying, if I ever have stupid money, I'm going to
that
show
what
up to
that
this
was?
in something
No.
like that, not in something like that Porsche.
It does have leather leaf spring covers, though.
Right. Like a gentleman.
Yeah.
You sure that wasn't a pickup truck?
That it started out as?
Yeah.
No. Packard didn't make a pickup truck.
Why wouldn't they? Go back.
That's just it being restored.
And then go back. One more. There's a bed. That's a freaking pickup truck.
I think that's a pickup.
It is pickup.
That's a freaking pickup truck.
It's got a pickup bed.
Interesting. I wonder if that's something somebody did to it somewhere along
That's
the line.
correct.
Because, anyhow, that's what I would have.
Okay. Bear.
I'd like the Porsche.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I'm not surprised. I am deeply disappointed in you, Bear. But you know,
Really?
yeah.
Because I these are all picks for you, Soren.
You
Because
say this, and then you get stuff that's just so goddamn terrible.
this is a
And
2000.
you said you would never do that again after last time
which
yeah,
was
that's
exactly
right.
1 week ago.
because you were all
Exactly.
bummed out
Because they all suck. But these are good. I changed it.
Okay.
I changed it up.
So
'cause-
he's found good cars
yeah,
for you
yeah,
now.
yeah.
No, he hasn't.
Obviously,
Here we
this is
go.
a 2006 Maserati Grand Sport Spyder,
With 24,000 miles.
24,000 miles,
Sold for
$16,000.
$16,000.
Bargain.
No.
Black on
No?
black. What do you mean?
That's pretty good.
Ferrari derived V8,
For 16 grand?
16,000
I don't
smackaroonies.
want to own a Maserati. I certainly don't want to own a modern Maserati.
It's not modern.
It's
your
in the
wife can
last
drive
20
it.
years.
It's 20 years
You can
old.
drive it.
It's a convertible.
It's 19 years old.
Rear wheel drive. How much horsepower? 3 something? Or 4? Close to
These?
354, somewhere in there.
I think they're 400,
Yeah,
aren't they?
I think. They sound phenomenal.
They do sound really good.
They do really good burnouts.
In my mind, when I hear Maserati,
Uh-huh.
400 horsepower.
when you say Maserati, when I read Maserati,
at that.
what I
Look
hear
at
is
that.
That
wanker.
That looks fantastic.
The casting for the intake?
Just the whole
Everything.
engine compartment.
Eh,
The red valve covers.
Yeah. The intake manifold.
Yep.
okay.
That's pretty cool.
It's all right.
Just don't act so snobbish.
It's not snobbish.
Are you sure?
Yes.
These are great.
It's kind of not, it looks like a Pontiac Solstice.
What?
I think they look cool.
It's not visually
Yeah.
appealing. I don't want to
The
own a
back of it looks
Maserati.
cool.
The back looks cool.
They sound great.
Yeah. I mean, this I think is a pretty good convertible because they're not great sports cars.
It'll probably bankrupt you when it breaks.
Oh, great. That's a good, that's
Well,
on
Not
it's
for
Italian.
15 grand.
the pros column.
I mean, it might cost
throw-
you 20 to fix it.
No, throw a couple grand at it a year.
I don't want
Yeah, maybe.
a Maserati.
Okay.
Okay.
So
well,
you're
have a
thinking Porsche?
I unfortunately have to in this case.
Okay.
And you were going to anyway.
Okay. Well, here's number 2, 1997 Ferrari 355 Spyder 6-speed gated green with tan. Sold for banging 107.
This was on my original list.
Yeah,
51,000
because it's
miles.
good.
It is good. Color.
I think this is.
It's
I don't know.
not
It's cheap.
a great Ferrari shape. As Ferraris go, this is not the greatest shape.
As Ferrari goes,
this
Ferraris
is
go,
one of
this
the
is one
best.
of the best.
Well, I don't have to agree.
You do.
I don't.
Change your mind.
I'll still vote for this over the Porsche.
Really?
Yeah, I'm bored with the Porsche.
Really?
And this is, I love the colors.
Ooh, look, it turns its lights on. I haven't
should
seen one
have
this color combo.
It should have a interior color top, not black.
I agree, but you could fix that. I think this is a bargain.
Well, I agree, Bear.
And by the way, those are pretty good pop-up headlights too.
Yeah.
Those rival the 850.
Well, they rival the NSX.
V8.
Yeah. 3.5 liter.
Just like in the Maserati, but
Yeah.
smaller
Smaller.
and less
Sounds
horsepower.
different.
It does sound
Completely different.
Yep.
But I wouldn't feel like a wanker owning a Ferrari where I would feel
Really?
like a wanker owning a Maserati.
What?
Yeah, life is life, Bear.
The math doesn't work.
There's no math in that. It's entirely
There's
visceral.
points involved in all
So
of
if you're
these
gonna
things
figure it
you're
out-
saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Also did the Maserati.
For, you know.
And it's a 6-speed. That seems really cheap.
Gated. That's what I'm saying. I think that's cheap. For that colors, the mileage
why.
is maybe high. I don't know.
51,000.
Maybe.
Maybe it's right at the time where you have to crack it in half to replace the clutch.
Got some
depends
paint
on-
chips.
Yeah, but it looks original. Like a lot of these things have been painted to hell. Ooh.
Ooh.
That's a lot of paint.
Yeah, it's been painted at least once.
I wonder what they are factory.
Probably that 6, 7. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Michelin's, at least back there.
Yeah. Great pictures.
Yeah.
I just,
Nice
yeah, I mean,
seats.
I personally don't understand
Gorgeous.
not spending the money to put decent tires on a car when you sell it, but
They're Michelin's.
I'm agreeing with the Michelin's being there
Oh.
as opposed to the whatever unknown brand of tires were on the last couple of cars.
These also had a decent looking airbag wheel.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Sure.
I think they tried to make it look like it's supposed to be that
The
way.
gauges look good.
Yep.
Everything about these I like.
Except the somewhat boring silhouette.
Jeez. Yours
Has that
brutally.
airbag been deployed or is that just the way it
No,
is?
it's just very Italian.
Yeah. The dash is melting.
Yeah, they have sticky buttons and
Yeah.
the plastic brakes and stuff. The leather shrinks. Typical Italian stuff. All the same stuff that the Maserati would have go wrong with it. This is just 10 times more expensive almost. He's Googling. What are you
How's he
Googling?
Googling now?
Good Ferraris?
No, I was Googling how to pronounce Italian.
Oh, you don't like how I say Italian?
I don't like
Italian?
I don't like the I to be
You
a
don't like
hard
the
I.
Italian?
So you're checking Google to see if that's wrong or not?
I was looking. There are standard pronunciation guides.
Yeah. Italian is definitely wrong.
Yep, that's why I say it.
Well, I was just checking.
All right. Bear.
As much as I like this,
Oh, look at
that's
that. That's amazing.
dream spec Porsche.
Sorry. Next.
All right, here's my Porsche for the Soren because he's looking for boring
Bid 2.
convertibles. 30,000 mile, 2004
point did I-
911 Turbo Cabrio X50 pack, which is the performance hootenannies, 6-speed, gray with black and gray interior, 64 grand, half the price of the Ferrari. Faster, all-wheel drive.
More than half.
Yeah, in my brain, half.
You are 100% correct, Bear, that this is a boring convertible. And
No, you picked boring convertibles. This is exciting.
you said you picked this boring convertible for me because I like
No,
boring
you
convertibles.
picked boring convertibles. This will spice it up.
No.
Okay.
So it's a fried egg headlight, which is kind of a downer for me.
Turbo. It's turbo.
And it has a purple one.
Good. We talked him into it.
No, I wasn't against the purple one in the first place.
All right. 1950 Jaguar XK 120 Roadster for way too much money. But
Is it?
That doesn't seem crazy.
no, I wouldn't do it, but it's downright gorgeous.
It's pretty good looking.
That's all I have. That's all I know about it. It looks good. I like the red interior.
That is an acceptable place for a red interior.
Oh yeah, forgot it's got polyurethane bushings everywhere.
Squeaky, squeak, squeak.
Huh?
Yeah.
You can
They don't squeak.
you can make them not squeak.
Yeah, you gotta grease them
Just lubricate them properly.
every time they get wet.
No. Yeah, use the right grease.
I like this. I mean, it's my style. It is compliant with my style. Fits
Got
in
nice
with my
paint.
style.
Yeah.
Nice paint. Good colors. It is roughly a third of the price of the Porsche. Right? Oh, it didn't sell. No, that was
What
last,
did it sell?
last one didn't sell. This one did sell. For 80 something, right?
Yep. 88.
It's a little bit more than a third. Well, I like that a lot. But I think I like the Porsche more than I like this.
All right. We talked him into it again.
Yep. That's
Not really
that's
a
a
talk me
no-brainer.
into it.
Porsche.
Yep. Porsche.
All right. He's got no chance against
Okay, so
this.
I feel that you did
19
actually pick this for me.
1965 Austin Healy 3000. BJ 8. Mark III. They've owned it for 21 years. Sold for $14,250. That seems cheap.
Maybe a little, but
For a big boy Healy,
it's not in great condition.
I like it. Because you could just drive it.
If I could fit in it.
It's the big Healy. Look at all that room between the steering wheel and the seat.
Right? I like the dash and the steering wheel.
Wood.
It's not my favorite interior color, but it's my second favorite interior color, so there's that.
It's got things to fiddle with.
It definitely has some fiddling ready for you.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, Bear. It's
great.
You did a good pick for me.
It's great.
It doesn't have a muffler.
Whatever, who cares? However, this is a bit rough.
It's a bit rough.
And
14 grand.
I don't...
These things
probably-
could be worth 100.
Yeah. It's probably a good deal. I think the later ones are worth less, though.
Is it a late one?
But not worthless.
Yeah. 65.
Sure.
I just don't want to go with that. Also,
Oof.
and I hate to...
It's got a good...
I'm way more likely to buy this than the Porsche. But I would be more happy to have the Porsche.
Well, the Porsche doesn't have a shiny convertible top like this one does.
Yeah, it has a shiny hardtop. In a superior color.
Well, I guess what you're saying in a roundabout way
He doesn't like convertibles.
is that is the best car on Bring a Trailer this week.
Last week. In the last week.
Look at that.
It is pretty good.
I think this is the best car on Bring a Trailer ever.
I don't know that I would agree with that.
Not big on purple usually.
That's a good purple.
I like purple cars.
It's a very red purple, too.
Yeah. That is a great color.
The wheels, the interior,
And the
color.
stance.
Oof.
I could do with those wheels being in a different color.
I think that's the right way. I think that was the right choice.
I think like a dark bronze would go well with that purple.
I think that was the right choice.
You know, it's a personal choice.
God, we got to stop looking at this.
All right. So this is the winner. And let us know if you disagree in the comments and
Or agree.
or agree.
Or At least subscribe.
And then like and subscribe.
Thanks for watching.